Okay, that was, excuse me, that was the recording. I'll play it again just to see, just in case you didn't hear it the first time. You may need to use a pair of headphones or earbuds to actually hear it a little bit better. But that's the sound that was recorded by an individual named Preston Riley. So, what made those sounds? Well, we don't know. And as the late John Green once said, unidentified sounds are just that, unidentified sounds. Still, it sounded pretty good, didn't it? Sounded like it could be a Sasquatch. Yowie researcher suggests Australian bushfires drove creatures inland. And it would make sense. A fellow named Dean Harrison, who's been researching yowies for years down there in Australia, reportedly suggested to a local media outlet in the country that sighting reports of the creatures seemingly indicate that they were forced to move inland due to the infernos. We can have dry spells, but that whole area has dropped to basically nothing. It has all gone much quieter than normal. Harris considered the region hit hardest by the bushfires. Intriguingly, he claimed that his organization usually receives around 10 reports per week from the region hit by the bushfires, but they have heard of very few encounters in recent weeks. That doesn't necessarily mean that the creatures are gone, as he observed, but that we are mainly getting reports from other areas. It is hard to say why, but I expect Yowies have moved out of their comfort zone, out of their natural area, and are therefore keeping their heads down more. So, the Yowies that were in the affected areas are obviously moving out of those areas because of the fires. I would imagine that all animals are doing that as well, not just Yowies. Any animal that wasn't caught in the bushfires moved out of the area, and probably moved out of the area even before the fires even started because they sensed something coming. Animals are smart like that. They can sometimes sense that kind of stuff. And I don't think any hairy primate, unknown or hominid, unknown mystery primate is any different. Finally, is an article about the attack at Ape Canyon. Now, Mark Marcel, I think, has written the ultimate booklet about the attack on Ape Canyon, and I highly recommend it, by the way. You can get it from him, through his Facebook page. And here's the area in question as it appears today, in 2020. Of course, this happened in 1924. This is just basically going through the attack. You can refer back to my other video that I released last summer about the Ape Canyon attack, which was on the 95th anniversary of the actual attack. Now, here's a footprint. I don't know if that's a footprint from Ape Canyon or from somewhere else. Now, in Fred Beck's book, he claimed there was a more paranormal aspect to the Sasquatch and to the ape men, the apes that attacked them in Ape Canyon. Your guess is as good as mine as to whether that's true or not. But interesting nonetheless. And that's going to do it for this week's HBM's Crypto Corner. Thank you very much for tuning in, guys, and we enjoy the feedback that we get. I've gotten some good feedback, some positive feedback. I really appreciate that. And hey, until next week, y'all be good or be good at it. This is HBM's Crypto Corner.